Hi, I'm Carol Wilson, Editor-at-Large for Light Reading, and I'm here with Don Clark, the Principal Architect for Network Technologies at CableLabs. Welcome, Don.
Hello, Carol.
So we're here at our NFE Everywhere event in Dallas, and you're going to be talking later this afternoon on a panel all around analytics. Why don't we start by just talking, let me just ask you what role analytics plays in this push toward virtualization in the public network?
It's always been assumed that analytics is going to play a big part in the deployment of NFV and SDN. The reason for that is we need to monitor resources, understand how it's performing, and at any time during the operation of the network, take action to deal with either faults or other problems. So the ability to apply analytics to these networks has always been an assumption from the very beginning.
Okay, and at this point, when you're working in this whole realm at CableLabs, what are some of the things that you're doing at CableLabs to enable the implementation of advanced analytics?
So at CableLabs, we've got an integrated program which we call the Virtualized Network Evolution Program. And that program is really spreading right across the customer premises through the access network to the core network, looking at all the requirements necessary to virtualize those networks where it makes sense. Mm-hmm. So at each one of those places, the idea that we would apply analytics to monitor faults is always been an integral part. So looking at everything from virtualizing the home network through the access network into the core is the scope of that program, and that's done on behalf of our MSO members.
What are some of the enablers you're putting in place for advanced analytics to work in a virtualized network, especially as you're moving toward adopting things like open source?
So having an open ecosystem has been the fundamental principle behind the NFV movement since the very beginning. Mm-hmm. We mentioned open ecosystems very start in our initial white paper. So everything that we do at CableLabs is about creating an open ecosystem for the cable industry. And that means not just openness in the way that we specify the components for NFV, mm-hmm. but also openness in terms of the interfaces that will be required to apply analytics. So for example, open APIs that support the requirements of analytics, and openness in our world means open source. Of course, okay. that doesn't preclude proprietary solutions, but we want proprietary solutions that will work in an open environment, and that means interoperability, okay. particularly for the kinds of systems that will apply data analytics to NFV infrastructures.
Okay, and so you're saying there can be some proprietary aspect to this, but it needs to be able to work within an open source context or using open APIs?
Absolutely. Openness is critical, but of course, best in breed solutions come from innovation within the vendor community.
Right.
So it's clear to us that we want to be able to deploy best in class solutions at any one place in the network, whether it be an analytics solution or a network solution. And that means often that creativity and innovation comes from the vendor community, but we want to be able to select best in class. And that means we need openness in terms of the interfaces and APIs.
Okay, and that will enable the interoperability that's going to be crucial for a broader ecosystem.
It's crucial. What we don't want to have to do is integrate, have special integration for a proprietary solution to work in that network. Okay. So part of the ethos within CableLabs is, first of all, openness. So all of our projects are open to vendors and our members to participate in. So they get very early insights via that collaborative environment to what we need for our MSO members to successfully deploy NFV.
Okay, great. So here comes the dreaded time frame question. What kind of time frames are you looking at for some of this stuff to start rolling out?
Well, we want early proof of concepts have already taken place, both mm-hmm. within the ETSI context and within CableLabs, and indeed within our MSO members. So I'm looking at banking learning now, mm-hmm. And then for early trials and it's up to our members to actually say what their time frames are. But from CableLabs' point of view, we're not wasting any time. We're active within OpenNFV, we're active within OpenStack and Open Daylight. And as far as we're concerned, we're not going to be beholden to the market to give us solutions. We're going to drive those solutions through as fast as we can.
Okay, great. Don, thanks for being here with me today.
Thanks, Carol.